Evening, good morning, wherever you are. And it's so nice to be back with you, mate. You're back from Cancun. Back from
Hi,
Cancun.
Harry.
And you met the Maggie.
Yes.
And that's good,
Yeah.
finally.
Yes, I've just spent a week away in Cancun with Dr. Joe Dispenza, doing his advanced course. I think that's what it's called, advanced workshop anyway. And it was just a week of meditating. So I thought it was a very apt topic to pick today to have a chat about.
Yeah. Well, I think it's an awesome investment in your time to experience meditation, because it's been a bedrock of my life. It's got so many benefits. It gives you so much. I mean, I think it strengthens your core. It strengthens who you are. It strengthens your connection to yourself. And that's really important.
It's super duper important, and you're spot on. It basically connects you, to the true you, your authentic self. It's just, as you said, there's so many benefits, but
get in there and find the real you.
The unveiling, absolutely, taking off the layers. That's what you're doing, peeling off the layers to getting to the core you. And it's, I think, as you said, taking the time to do it is the number one thing. It is absolutely investing in yourself. It's absolutely paramount. I think that more and more people are doing it, and and it's happening in schools. We're calling it mindfulness, whatever you want to call it, but meditation is all part of that. And a lot of the schools, I know they're doing it here, are creating mindfulness centres. And is that happening in Canberra? I assume it is.
Look, I think these things are global phenomenon, and I think they're a response to the lack of quiet and the noise that is engulfing everybody's life.
Yep.
And it's disturbing people. And I mean, the latest data is out last week from the Australian Bureau of Statistics is that Australian life expectancy is now falling for the first time. And that reflects the impact of all these disturbances on the human body.
Yeah.
One, lack of peace and quiet.
Yep, absolutely. And just recently, I know I put it in my journal, but the World Health...
Oh, yeah, show us the cover. Come on.
Hey, everyone. I've got a wellness mindset journal, very much in tune with what we're talking about today.
How good is that, Sal? Wow, that's awesome. Well done.
It's very simple journal. Every day, just writing down. It's just to shift your energy, to be more positive, get it out of the lower level vibrations and shifting it up just by filling in some daily affirmations, gratitude.
Yeah, that's so important.
All that sort of stuff, what your positivity exercises. But what I was going to refer to was the World Health Organization has just recently diagnosed burnout, or recognized burnout, as an occupational syndrome from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. And it's characterized basically by running out of energy, just feeling exhausted, getting disconnected with your mental state and feeling more negative around your job. I mean, this is in the workplace, but, it filters down. And then they just get reduced professional efficacy, as they like to say. But, it's a busy world, as you said, and it is noisy. And meditation is basically shutting out the noise. It's just turning off. It's blocking yourself from the external environment and coming back within yourself. And I like to focus in on the breath as just for when I'm with my clients that have never meditated before. I just said, close your eyes and just breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, just as a step, just one step to start turning off. I think breath is very important when it comes to meditating. Of course, there's all different sorts of meditations, walking, sitting, lying, whatever. But it's just about disconnecting from the external world, isn't it? And connecting within yourself.
Absolutely. The one thing that I would add to your breath framework is that I would encourage you to think about breathing in and out through the nose, just because there's a physiological advantage to that.
Really? Because in our yoga practices, we'll do the ujjayi breath, all that sort of stuff, but in and out through the nose, because our practices have always been in through the nose and out through the mouth. So
correct. I understand it's a popular technique, but the advantages of breathing out through the nose is that you exhale slower.
Right, okay, I was just wondering, yeah.
When you extract oxygen from the air on the exhale.
Mm.
So you improve oxygenation, and you improve immune system. So it's just like, if you think about the mouth as being for eating and talking and the nose for breathing,
Oh, I like that
that's
one.
going to serve you really well. And also for children particularly who are mouth breathers,
Yep.
that disadvantages them massively, because the bones in the jaw grow in response to pressure in the mouth only. And so if you mouth breathe, that pressure escapes you because there's no pressure in your mouth. So you get these crowded jaws and orthodontic work and so on. So there are a lot of functional dentists who, instead of, as a preventative measure, have programs for training children under about 11 to nose breathe.
Right. Fascinating. Fascinating. I love that.
To avoid the need for orthodontics later on.
Yeah. My friend Wally down the road is very big into that.
So breathing's massively important.
Yeah.
And I was taught this amazing visualization to go along with the breath, which is as you're breathing in, you imagine that you're on the seashore on a sandy beach and the waves are coming in.
Yeah.
And then at the pause, the wave reaches the maximum point on the sand, and then on the exhale, the water's receding.
Harry, I love that. That's a really
powerful. It's very calming. It's very grounding. It's a really good match with any breathing exercise. Yeah.
That's really good. What's that word when the it looks like the word or whatever? It's like drip.
Onomatopoeic.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different,
Nice.
but being able to match that visual, it's like instant. You can, when you say to someone bringing a wave in and holding it, you can just, whoa! I'm almost feeling that surge, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Another part of the meditation, breathing, and just basic beginnings with my clients. I just say, close your eyes and go into that black space behind the back of your eyeballs, or behind your eyelids, sorry. Do you sort of focus into that as well, getting into that dark space?
Yeah, I think it's really helpful to
use these.
I think it's really helpful to shut the eyes because they're distractions.
Yeah.
Look, they're very becoming. Maybe paint some eyes on black bits.
Well, Joe had a lot of marketing around his, but I've got all different colours. I've got them by my bed. I've got them in the lounge rooms, wherever. It just cuts that light out, and also the idea is to turn the mind off, like just to lock the mind. So because the mind is so busy, that's part of it. It's just the mind's overthinking, overworking. It's 24/7, and it's just like turn that off. Just cut it out. It's like slamming a door shut on it.
And we're being massively overstimulated. I mean, I realized, it was interesting. I was given this free month of Apple Music, and then I extended it for a couple of months.
Yeah.
And I got quiet about it and thought, what's the underlying motivation of this product apart from making money? And what I got was that it's so you never have to feel quiet.
Right, yeah.
You're always engulfed in this noise.
Oh, I'm just going to entitle today's, in my head, Silence is Golden.
Silence is golden. Yeah, that's nice.
So true. Silence is golden. And a lot of people actually can't cope with the silence. They need the noise. It's too unsettling.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very much so.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just settles the nervous system when you're highly.
I did a little bit of research for this morning, and based on my own life experience, but I've got a list of 10 benefits of meditation for those that. So the first thing and the biggest thing, and I'll start with the more basic and go then to the more ethereal. Mm-hmm. So the first thing it does is it gives you inner peace. It grounds and centers you. Then it does wonderful things like it reduces blood pressure, it reduces cortisol, and it boosts your immunity. So they're physiological effects. And that allows you then to lift mood. And if you're suffering from pain, it'll reduce your pain threshold. It'll increase your pain thresholds. So it'll reduce your perception of pain. So it's really useful for people with chronic pain. There's lots of stuff out there about that.
Yeah.
It increases stress resistance because you can make this pool of calm and peace wherever you are. It'll improve your sleep and reduce fatigue. Because if you're balanced, you can get to sleep better. If you're quieter, you need to be quiet to get to sleep. You can't get to sleep with a busy mind.
Yep.
So it'll support you towards more happiness, and therefore it'll support your well-being, which is really important.
Yep.
It really improves clarity.
Yeah.
You'll feel clearer. You know, it's more than just a word. You will feel clearer. Yep. And that'll boost your self-awareness and your intuition.
Yep.
Once you get that space. In my case, it amplifies inspiration and creativity. That comes as something unlooked for.
Yeah.
And you'll feel the flow. And this is as well as a spiritual thing, it's about facilitating energy flows in the body. You talked about, Dispenza's approach, moving energy up.
Yep.
Through the body and connecting the chakras. And there's a whole lot of energetic frameworks around that which you can use. Lots of, they're all valid. But it's just facilitating ease of flow. We are energetic beings, and if we can facilitate that flow, we're going to feel lighter and better.
Yep.
And the biggest thing for me is it increases your spiritual connection.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual practice fundamentally.
Love that.
That's top 10. Yeah.
That is fantastic. So getting back onto the sleep, because sleep is an issue for so many people, particularly in the current environment of busyness 24/7. And some studies showed that 75% of insomniacs fell asleep within 20 minutes, like from meditating. And 60% of anxiety-prone people improved their anxiety within 6 to 9 months of meditating. 60%. That's over half, because I think one of the greatest benefits of, as you mentioned, of meditation is just reducing the stress and anxiety in your life, within yourself, being able to cope within yourself. It's not the external is always going to be there, but it's how you cope with it yourself. So it's reducing it. And I think the other thing you said that was really big is getting that clarity and mental clarity and focus in your life, being able to be clearer, and also discerning what you do and you don't want in your life, because meditation really allows you just to release and let go. And when you come back in, it's just like you're a lot clearer about what you're going to allow to affect you and not, putting up more boundaries, I think, because it's when you get into that space of that emptiness of just releasing and letting go, it's just so calming and peaceful, isn't it? And then you come back in, it's just like, oh, well, what am I choosing to face today, and how am I choosing to deal with it? And I think that's really cool out of it. And there's so many, as you said, health benefits from meditating. Where I had another one here in another study that reduced chance of cancer by 55% through meditation, and cardiovascular disease decreased chance of that or by 87%. That's huge. In business, they found production is higher, absenteeism is lower, overall better quality of work, and then that also affects the bottom line. So profits improved. And they find that it improves leadership skills, decreases healthcare costs, which is linking in with the illnesses and stuff. But companies like Google, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, they're all implementing mindfulness and meditation within the workplace. And I think that's becoming more and more common as well. So helping their staff is going to help their bottom line at the end of the day, as well as just improving sort of well-being within the business and the staff. But
the paradox is that the global brands that are disrupting the peace the most are implementing in their own corporate cultures.
I know, because it's the world that we live in, and it's just finding that balance between being in human form in this human world, balancing with the spirituality of tapping into being an energetic being. So it's
and I think one of the most powerful things you said was that by getting in touch by getting quiet and then getting in touch with yourself, you can make better resonating choices.
Mm.
Yes, I could do this or I could do that, but what's going to suit me?
Yeah, yeah. Gives me soul satisfaction, I like to say, as opposed to crushing my soul. It's satisfying my soul. I did a little model. It's a very basic one. But when you start connecting in with your breath, so when you breathe, connecting with the breath, and then when you block out the outside world by turning the mind off, then you are able to relax more. And then when you're blocking out the mind and everything going on the outside and go into the black space, so get into that dark black space, you're able to get into a deeper level or connection within yourself, deeper connection. And then when you're in that black space, that dark emptiness, wherever, and you're connecting in with your breathe, then you're able to have better quality experiences, like allowing to let go and release. And overall, when you're breathing, blocking out, and in that black space, you get a deeper connection with yourself.
Awesome. Love it. I also managed to do a model. So my first step would be to pause. Really simple.
Yep.
And then find a place where you can feel comfortable to meditate.
Good point. Yep.
You do that, that gives you a bit of a purpose. And then having found the place, then you plug in to your practice, your meditative practice. That allows you to, when you've got the place, you prepare. And then once you've plugged in and you made the intention to pause, that'll give you peace, and altogether that'll allow you to prosper.
Oh, love it. Fantastic.
Interesting. It's something I see no downsides to anybody exploring the benefits of meditation or exploring whether it is for them. For some people, it'll be really hard because they're so disrupted and so busy and so hyperactive. But I commend it to all of you. Yeah, really, really useful practice.
Absolutely. Like we were chatting before, Harry, and you've been meditating since the age of 18.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And since I think I was about 7, Mum used to take me to the Buddhist centre and we'd do weekly meditation. So I got into it at a really young age, and particularly got into it in my 20s through yoga. But just developed from there. But I'm now sort of really hooked. And 3 steps that I had linking in with this was just 1, encouraging people just to start. If you've never done it before, just start. It wasn't and then 2, practice often. I was looking for an S word, but it couldn't come to me. But just once you do start, then just keep trying and trying, practice it over. And then the 3rd part was just have some structure around it, build it into your daily routine so that you've got time allocated. If I encourage every day, but it's great to do in the mornings before you get out of bed, or at night time as well, but any time really. But if you can build it into a regular structure, it might not be every day, but at least a couple of times a week would be a really good sort of ongoing part of your well-being and your mindfulness journey.
Yeah. Well, I'll find an S word for you. Yeah, I'm looking at my thesaurus. I'll find one at the moment. But yeah, I think the regularity is really important because patterns reinforce. They deepen practice. They deepen effectiveness. They make it more powerful.
Yeah, and everybody needs to let go of stuff anyway. So it's just like just let go and turn off. It's like some people, time out is going sitting and watching the TV or whatever. That's where they chill out. But this is allowing the mind to chill out. It's like going to sleep, but you're still awake. It's just like it's allowing the body to recharge.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it for instance, while you were forest bathing, which we did a session on a couple of months ago.
Oh, that's a perfect place. It is the perfect place. I do walking meditations and really good. It's just wherever that forest bathing is beautiful. And since we spoke about that, I've seen lots of references to lots of getting out in that nature. It's beautiful.
Did you thank your mum for taking you to the Buddhist temple?
No, probably, yes. We did it for years and years. But at the beginning, I used to like it because we went down to what we call Little Vietnam in Richmond. It's just all the Vietnamese places.
Yeah, I know that. I know Little Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah. So we used to go down there, and then the highlight was that we'd go out and have some roast duck and rice or something afterwards, and it was because the food was so beautiful. But yeah, I did that for many, many years. I think just what you mentioned before, Harry, just coming back to finding a place that works for you. I think that's really important. Like Joe Dispenza doesn't encourage the bedroom because the bedroom's for sleeping. Just to find a little place that you know is your spot to go to where you can turn off and do your meditating. A lot of people have meditating rooms or meditating spaces. And yeah, I think that's a really good thing is like, I don't mind the bedroom, but I think it is quite important to have the bedroom for sleeping and meditating as a separate assigned area. But as long as you do it.
I think I agree with you, particularly early in your practice. And I think later on then you can do it anywhere.
Yeah.
To start with, it's good because it reduces distractions. It allows you, a part of the framework. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people, when they start out, they just fall asleep if they do it on the bed.
Right. Well, that's good. The insomniacs.
Oh, yeah. And also, it's just meaning that they've got too much going on in their life and it's time to just sort of chill out. But, yeah. Anyway, well, Harry, thank you once again. I love catching up with you. I love it.
Really good. Yeah. Nice to connect with you again. Yeah. Glad you're back in one piece.
Woohoo!
Swallowed up in Cancun.
I recommend it, though. The Mexican people are so beautiful. They are so beautiful and caring and yeah, just really, really lovely people. Great energy there, that's for sure.
That's good. No, I've never been to Mexico. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. You never know what's going to happen after next year. So, yeah. All right, Harry.
Well, and we'll see you again next week. We'll work out a topic, and I look forward to it, Sal. It's always a pleasure. Okay. Bye then.